So all of you know that there is something that is going on in this world. There are many of us who've been spiritual, who awoke. Maybe it started off with Louise Hay. Maybe it was Doreen Virtue. Maybe it was the Celestine Prophecy. Maybe you're of a younger generation and it was to do with crystals, but you started to work with karma. You start to see cause and effect. You might have come from a toxic family. You've probably been through something very traumatic, and eventually you got pushed into a corner and you fell down to your knees, right? So this is now the turning point. Like they said, we're entering the age of Aquarius, but I went to go check in on Revelations, and I am just going to read something to you and let your mind get blown. Now imagine if you have been under such persecution that you've eventually come to the stage where you have no fear. But there was a time when you cried out, how long is this going to go on for? But like a crucifixion, the more you suffered, the more you awoke. And now here you are, unable to communicate with certain family members, unable to talk to certain friends. You're leaving your work, your country, your home, your relationship. I think I have an explanation why. Okay, so this is called a multitude from the Great Tribulation. And I think that the rapture has happened, but it's the Christ consciousness that has arisen in certain people's hearts. And we're meant to go out and plant seeds and hold our hands out and help others grow. After these things I looked, and behold, a great multitude, which no one could number, of all nations, tribes, prophets, and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palm branches in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, saying, Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb. And all the angels stood around the throne, and the elders and the 4 living creatures, and fell on their faces before the throne and worshipped God. Listen to this bit. And then one of the elders said, Who are these arrayed in white robes, and where did they come from? And I said to him, Sir, you know. I'm really not doing a sermon here. So he said to me, These are the ones who came out of the great tribulation and washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore they are before the throne of God, and they serve him day and night in his temple. And he who sits on the throne will dwell among them. They shall neither hunger any more nor thirst any more. The sun shall not strike them, nor any heat, for the Lamb who is in the midst of the throne will shepherd them and lead them to living fountains of waters. And God will wipe every tear from their eyes. However, straight after that comes the 7th seal. And that's where we are right now.